pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Minutes from last meeting?
Look good to me.
What did I see in here? I don't think it matters, but. Oh, you had me down as the, and mayor approved it. It was opposite act, or different, but.
On the minutes?
Yeah,
For
for the
adjournment.
minutes.
Where's it at?
Under the clerk treasurer's report, rediscussion board of works member, it should have been mayor, and then I seconded it. I don't know if it matters or not, but.
All right, I'll move to approve as corrected.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Brad, do you have a report for us?
Do you want to talk about John or is that? He's having surgery tomorrow.
Okay.
On his back.
Yep.
Oh, I want to stop you real quick. This is on streaming on YouTube, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I have a report.
All right.
I don't think you've been here the last couple ones that we've been doing it, so.
Thanks for the one.
Yep.
A wee bit late, but it was there.
An officer with our department's having surgery this week, so, did you want to talk about our budget workshop earlier? Or?
We had yes, we can do that. Had a budget workshop earlier. Not too much to talk about there, except for I asked if you could reach out to Neil about the Humvee. Haven't seen that in several years, and I'd like to get it back
Right,
and
we do
get
have
it. Having said that, can you make a spot in the corner of your shop just to stick it in? Humvee?
Inside the building?
Yeah.
Maybe probably find somewhere.
Okay, if you can, I'd appreciate that. Just to stick it in, and we can.
He'll have to come in on a tow truck, so.
Well, they drove it out there, didn't they?
Sat for how many years?
He said squirrels were getting in it, so I don't know if they've been chewing the wires or what. So anyway, we talked about because this is the year we change out a car for the police department. So
Next year.
or
Next budget year.
next budget,
Yeah.
next year. We talked about the 2017 Explorer. The first Explorer we got is already. Seemed like we just got it, but it's over 100,000 miles and 7 years old already. So
We have three of them?
A 17, a 2020, and a 21.
21.
so we budgeted just by figuring kind of what we paid on the Tahoe, and figuring a little bit of bump up, and adding in, believe it or not, cops gear equipment on the last one was $19,000 to get it rigged up. So we put in the budget $75,000 for a vehicle.
Okay.
That's what we put in.
In 17, it was 35.
Well, we're talking with the cops gear and all that. So-
Yeah,
But in
the
17
vehicle was $26,000, and we had about 10 or 12 in it.
Yeah.
it was 26,000 back then, wasn't
I
it?
think,
yeah.
I think we bought the 2020
Yeah.
for 24,000 something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Deal
you're
on
right.
it, Yeah.
You're right.
Well, yeah,
It's
our
gone
trucks
up
were
that
up
much.
12, almost 14 grand. The truck was up.
2 years ago, the Tahoe was the cheapest one. Remember, it was 42,000.
Yeah.
You know? So
Are they
that's how much.
still making the Explorer for?
If you could excuse me for just a second. dinner, and she said she was gonna bring me some dinner, so that's probably her calling. Yeah, so, I don't know if you wanna talk about any other things, we kind of estimated, you know, the cost of renewing the taser subscription and the, you know, the,
Just making sure we had money
All the
allotted for
subscriptions, yeah.
those contracts that we're on,
Yeah,
which is,
yeah.
Huh? We talked about another officer. We went back and forth about a full-time officer or 2 part-timers. We decided, that we would add budget for 1 more part-time officer. But the thing about it is, the only reason we talked about 1 was because we way underspent what our budget was. And if we budget for 1 more part-time officer, we can actually hire 2
Okay.
in the budget. And we thought, with the way things are today and the fact that we don't offer health insurance, we figure it would be easier to cover the city with hiring 2 part-time officers.
you might attract more.
Yeah,
Yeah, it seems to work out. Seems to
More
work out pretty
applicants.
good, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and I told him, everybody's hiring these days, you know,
Yeah.
same with the fire department, everybody, their brother's hiring. I mean, New Haven, they're hiring 3 officers right now, or advertising for, so. We can't compete full-time, you know, hire a full-time guy with those other departments. So if we can get, you know, 2 more part-time,
Yep.
that will.
yep, so
Yeah, that
what's your
would be-
thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm all,
Okay.
I'd go for it.
You guys are way under, because we didn't pay another officer, right? They were way under this year because we were missing an officer.
The part-time line was way under,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the full-time.
Both are.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
full
yeah, I was
time is
wondering, yeah,
because of,
yeah. I
the
thought
other
the pay was way
officer.
under.
Yeah, the full-time would be way under too, yeah.
but still even part-time, they're budgeted for a certain amount of hours. So if they're working under 1 week and not the another week, then it's way under.
Is there, like all of our gear and ammunition and guns and all, we're all good on that?
Yeah, we talked about the different line items, if you wanna call them, you know, that we haven't spent, that, you know, we can still buy some ammunition this year. And we are looking at, we discussed, new handguns, so we're gonna look, in fact, I got some, not solid prices, but when I get those, cause we don't have a trade-in value for these, so I don't wanna give you this price and not knowing what our trade-in's gonna be, you know, for a handgun, so I'll have that by next meeting, I hope.
Plus adding a vest
Yeah, so
or 2
and we went through every line.
and
You know,
replacing.
if we had 2 more people, we gotta buy, you know, 2 more vests, 2 more guns, tasers, body cams, which we kind of adjusted those lines so that would reflect there would be, you know, enough money.
Enough money, yeah.
I don't see us having a shortfall. It's like, I mean, we do, you know, we do pretty darn good on that, you know, on that budget every year, so.
When do we start seeing money from, like, all the houses coming out?
We will not see additional money until we have that evaluation done from the county.
Okay,
Because at this point, with more people moving in, everybody's tax rate will just keep going down. Because we only have so much for the city, so much of a
Levy?
levy. Thank you for, thank you. So much of a levy for the city. So, and that's a project Dan and I will be working on. We have them do a 3-year lookout, and we estimate what we're gonna be in 3 years. And once we get more of the people, probably next year, we'll have a better idea of how many people are gonna be here. We have them move it up to what it would be 3 years from now. Basically, we bump it back up to what it should be. Then we'll start seeing more revenue. But right now, you know, we have more people, but even though there's no more revenue, we still have to cover the people. So it's kind of gonna hurt a little bit for the next couple of years until we start seeing the additional tax revenue from all the new homes. Plus with, you know, with potential annexations, some other residents will be coming into the city as well, so.
Now, the lady from Baker Tilly did tell me when we were here looking at that I don't know if it's one or the other, but she said that we're eligible to apply because we were at like a whatever number, we were at like 50% higher percentage than
You made
what the
enough
state would be.
percentage?
So I think she said for the county that we can petition them to do it. It wasn't very much extra, but whatever she did the math on it, you can see it. So I don't know what exactly you're talking about, if it's state or county, or which one she was talking about. And I asked her, I said, that's not something we have to do like, that we can do like once every like 5 or 10 years, and she said, no, you can do it whenever. So, I don't know.
That's
It's
what
one
we're
of
talking, that is what we're talking about, yeah.
One of them.
I think that's what we're talking about.
But we talked about it before, it sounded like we can only do it once in a long time. And the way she made it sound was that that's not the case.
Well, there's a couple different ones. The one that we have done, that we can have, initiate ourselves, is separate from the census.
Okay. then
Census is every 10 years, that does it too.
Okay.
There might be a percentage in there too, if you get
Yeah.
25% increase in, I don't know the fact, but there could be a percentage automatic kick in.
I would like to look into that though more,
Yeah, there could be a
what she
percentage.
talked about.
I think she told me I think it's for, it's either for the state or the county, I don't know.
Mhm.
But that we were like 50% higher than what the state's growth was, just like way higher. But when she like did the math on it, I think it was county, something for, one of the things for county taxes, I don't think it was property taxes. Like, it was not very much, it was like $3,000 extra for the year. So wasn't a significant bump, so whatever it was, I don't think it's something that we petitioned to, I think it's just something
Okay.
that we fought, that we go online and we fill out the form. And you have to like fill it out, right, and it's not like a yes or a no for them. And we just tell them our information and they bump it up based on that.
'Cause
So
you
I don't think it's something that we have to like protest, or not protest, but petition.
Petition.
I think we just submit the form and then they adjust it accordingly.
Well, we've gotta be close to 60 homes added this year.
We got 50% higher growth rate than the state average.
Yeah, so we got at least 60 homes going in this year,
Yeah.
and they're still going in every year.
So,
Yeah.
since 2020, our average growth is 0.75% every year, since 2020, not counting the new homes. So that's gonna go from 0.75 to what, 50? So, or probably 30. You know, we had 398 homes before all this building.
Yeah, we got at least 60 that came in.
By the time we get done, we'll have 220 more homes, you know. That's probably my daughter.
I gotta get stuff written down. She was in here just kind of, she was in here yapping to me, you know, we talked about, we were in here probably, 10 o'clock in the morning, she told me at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Already.
You go through so much stuff already, it's like, so I'll get her to, I'll email and ask her what exactly she was talking about.
So I've never had that happen before, and when we start doing video, of course, something like that happens, so it's kind of weird. All right.
See, other than that, I don't have anything else.
Okay, thank you. Well, we went on a tangent about taxes and everything. Anybody have any questions for Brad?
No.
All right, Ryan?
Did generator start up at the high school? So that generator is good to go.
Okay.
They're adding, Everpart added to their list to do their biannually checkups. And then,
Who is that?
Everpart,
That's right. That's what they just come out and inspect it, like, what is it, twice?
they do it twice a year. Yeah, one time they do a full blown thing, and then the other time they come out and just service, check everything, fluids out, make sure they're running. And that one's set to run at 9 o'clock every Tuesday, so it should turn on and run.
When does this one run?
This one's a weird time, like 10 o'clock on Wednesday probably. It should fire up and run. So it's
I've
a
heard
weird
that one
time.
run before, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird time. This one and the water plant are weird compared to all the rest of them.
It'd be nice to know that it is running though, after the,
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it
I'll
was
have to
powered, it did
I'll
run.
confirm what time it is because I
so,
know for a while we hear it run, but I haven't heard it run for a while. But I gotta be out there to know when it came on.
It's been a while since I've heard it, but
Yeah.
I'm not here all the time, so.
Yeah, so he's gotta be here at 10 o'clock
Yeah,
on Wednesday to hear it, so. But I'll check to see when it's supposed to run, to get, I want to say this one and the water plant, the only two that are different, everybody, all the rest are running Tuesday at 9 o'clock, so.
probably would be good to just wait, let it kick on, and hear it kick on once in a while, make sure it's running,
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a way, does it confirm that it actually, does it send a confirmation back that it actually kicked on or just?
No, that one, yeah, no, that one doesn't.
Okay.
The one we get confirmation on is the one at the wastewater plant.
Mm.
It sends confirmation on that it came on and it was running.
Mm.
That was a pretty crucial one, that one has to come on and run, so.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't lose my air conditioning here though.
And then I sent you guys a picture, like I said, I have to look, it's kinda hard to see the picture for this statue.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I did get information on the size of concrete slab they need. They need it to be 5 inches bigger all the way around in the statue. And they're gonna bolt it down, this is all it says on there. But I did do 2 squares up there at where the Legion parking lot is at, there, Legion lot.
you drew them out?
Yeah, they're on the ground out there.
Okay.
They are kinda hard to see, and I did send a photo, but they are kinda hard to see.
Okay.
Just look at them and see which side you want. I would
Yeah.
almost tell you probably the east side one, in case you ever sell a lot, it's a
Better.
lot, it's a little smaller chunk to take.
Okay.
But
Close to
they're both behind the
sidewalk.
light, so the light's on, you will see it, but it's, it's a 7x7 concrete or not concrete, plastic structure, so
I think
it's huge.
I'd like to, plan to have, I know solar lights are kinda cheap sometimes, but it'd be nice to have stick some solar lights in there or something so that
Well,
it
and-
shines on it.
And it's close enough to the electric panel box
Mhm.
where we could potentially get, because where this is at, you can see the flower bed box right there on both of them.
Mhm.
So we could get electric to it fairly easier possibly to get something out there if we're gonna put lights on it, so.
Like, it might be a project though to have something bored under
It'd
the
be a little bit
sidewalk.
more of a product, even if we get, we even get the fluorescent the solar spotlights, maybe fine too. But, and I'm assuming we want it facing the road, I mean, cause it doesn't match the back, I mean, all the artwork, all the graphics are on the front,
Yeah,
even though they're painting the whole thing.
definitely facing the road, yeah.
Yeah, even, they said they're painting the whole thing front and back and all over, but,
Mhm.
cause they want to make sure you can get to the back of it too, like, well, I mean, it's just a flat back, who cares?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
But yeah, so you guys give me an idea where, and I'm gonna say the council tonight too, when you guys give me an idea where you want it at, we'll get it poured, cause they have to have it before, I don't know, like end of October, is when they're bringing them.
Okay.
I think, so,
We have to have the slab board in it already for it,
yeah, for them when they
Yeah,
come, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How long
Um,
is it gotta be there for?
What?
Is there an amount of time they want it there for?
To my knowledge, it's a permanent amount, I mean, it's there until we say move it somewhere else. That's why, I would say the one to the east, that way it takes up less room if you sell the lot.
Yeah,
But-
so we'd have to, if we decided we wanted to keep it there, we'd have to, if we sold the property, we'd have to make sure we made that our right of way right there or
Correct.
something, yeah.
Have we talked to Jeff, are we dead set on this spot? Have we talked to Jeff about maybe putting it over here by the park?
I don't think we talk anywhere about where to put it at, it's
I
just,
haven't talked to him about putting it in the park.
I think if you put this here, you're probably not gonna sell a lot. No one wants to buy a lot with a 7-foot Indiana structure on it. And then if we did sell it, then what, then we're gonna take it out, move it again, put another concrete pad somewhere else, re-put it somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
If you put it here, you might as well kiss the lot, you just have to keep the lot.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, I mean, if it's gonna be permanent in here, it's kinda nice to have it on Main Street. If you have it at the park, nobody's gonna see it unless you go to the park.
I don't know how hard it'll be to move, the structure is 90 pounds.
It's 90 pounds, that's
90
it.
pounds is how big a structure is, yeah.
What's it made of?
Whatever those bulldogs and mastodons are made of.
Plaster.
Plaster or whatever,
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah.
But the paperwork says 90 pounds,
Okay.
Is there a place to put it at the tower?
Crowded over there, you make it too crowded.
there's not really a place to put it over there. I personally don't think there is.
I think if you had the lot next to it,
Yeah.
Well, that's what,
Yeah.
yeah. I
We
don't know if
wouldn't
put it
even be
there.
talking about this right now if we owned the lot next to it.
yeah,
That
if
would
you
have been
stick
the
it there
decision
and,
right
it's
away.
a nice spot for it, but right now it's like,
Yeah.
where we're gonna put it, and,
Yeah,
you
Who
know.
owns the lot? Is that Seeger?
yeah.
Your buddy.
So, would be nice if we owned it. We cut it for them just as a courtesy.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
we cut the.
Has anybody reached out to see if we could just put this there?
I think the Main Street people did. I don't think they ever got an answer. I think, or not the Main Street people. The Herb, I think, reached out to him.
Oh,
Tried
Herb.
to reach out to him or something. Yeah. So, it's probably a dead subject. I'm just gonna say that right now. Wouldn't you say that?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to give him a call. I can try and give him a call and see.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's willing, I mean, that's the better location.
That would be the perfect spot for it.
I mean, that's by far the best location for it, but it'd be a
Cause,
matter
I
of-
mean, who's ever gonna buy that lot? I mean, in reality, nothing,
No.
nobody.
It's not big enough to put anything on it.
it's the same as the other one we were talking about. No one's ever gonna buy it, but they,
I just think if you put that right here, and you try to go to sell it, if someone does end up buying this, they're gonna wanna put a business right up there.
Yeah,
They're not gonna set it 20 feet back from the road,
Yeah.
find an Indiana structure that's 7 feet tall.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
It could be a beautiful structure, but would you put your business behind it?
yeah.
It's-
No, but to me, it's not. I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal to move it. I don't think. I personally don't think. It might cost a little, break up the concrete and take out the pad, but.
and the only thing otherwise everything else is going as normal. The only thing I seen in this is I don't think you have to move the street sweeper numbers up at all. I think
That's 20% on everything.
I don't, yeah, but it's 50 grand and it's paid off this year, I do believe.
Yes,
So you got it at 63,000 though, I think.
we can go through all
Well, I
that.
mean, that's the only thing I seen in there,
Yeah, we just applied 20% to
Yeah,
everything
you
and
don't
just
have
let it fly, so we
so
can
if you
go.
just cut it out,
Yeah.
it's a locked in price to my knowledge.
Yeah, I think this is,
I think this is last year's our 5th year with it, so we had
Really?
5 years.
Really?
The best thing
I know it's at the last line, I couldn't
That's
remember if this was the last year or we have the last payment on it.
Yeah, I think this is our last payment on it, I think. We have one more payment left, I thought, after Tim left, so.
I remember seeing it's in the
Yeah.
book in there.
Seems like we just bought that thing.
Their invoices come through super weird, it looks like a spam email.
It
Comes
does.
through, there's no text on it, it's an attachment
Yeah.
with no text, it says like US Bank,
Well, and
and there's no text or anything, you're like,
Yeah.
remember that, if we ever have to borrow money for any of that type of stuff, that's always available at that super low interest. It was like a 0.02%.
Oh,
Mhm.
stupid.
It was almost zero interest. So,
Yep.
I mean, that might be different now with the way the interest rates are, but then it was almost dumb not to use it because it cost us just a little money to have it out there, so.
That's probably one of the best deals we ever made is buying that sweeper at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
did, we build Leo for a street sweeping, right?
Grable, we built Grable, and you can build on that too, I only did it once.
Do you guys?
We
They
did.
didn't have the festival,
I think we did,
yeah, they didn't have the festival, so,
okay. Yeah, I think we built them once, cause I remember you telling me that we were gonna have to do it twice.
yeah, but I didn't do the second time, so.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And then, I did talk to EJP about the thing we talked last meeting, and they were okay with December, getting it ordered in December and having it here and for the building.
Oh, the,
Yeah, the pressure, for the water
yeah.
system,
The what?
for the pressure sensors in the water.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
did we, decide we were just going with 10 or are we going,
I thought we said 30,000.
Yeah.
So it'd be, it's either 18 or 19 of them, so.
okay.
We can
I
work
wanna say
that in.
they're like 1,500 a piece or 1,600 a piece,
Yeah,
is what
something.
each unit is.
There were 12, weren't there?
1,200
Yeah,
bucks.
I think they were
1,200.
1,200.
Well, there are 12, and the two underneath them also go with it.
Oh, okay.
So it would be at like 15, I wanna say it was like 15,
Yeah.
or 1490 maybe what each
Yeah.
one was, so, yeah. They're part of the unit.
And we can work that into the budget too.
Yeah, that's what I figured that,
We'll take off whatever we don't need,
but most that's the water and
and then
sewer
we'll
side.
influte it up.
Maybe all water side for the most part, so it's not, really, still that stuff's not in here, I'm assuming. Water and sewer's not in here, right?
It is.
The water sewer's in here? This is all tax revenue here, isn't it?
Mm-mm. You got 3 pages, didn't you? I thought it was, yeah, everything should be on here, so. Maybe I'm wrong, buddy.
You're all, this is all tax. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We do the water and sewer one kinda separate, cause it's not required.
Gotcha, yeah.
So we'll have to go through that one again, and then
So
you guys will kinda do that one here.
one thing I wanted to at least get the discussion about this for, when we start talking about the water budget and all that, is since, especially, and I didn't know that we were on the last payment of the street sweeper, we should start putting, and I thought about start putting $50,000 away every year for a water tower project. I don't know if we can start putting money away and add to it every year.
I don't know how I don't know if you can do it with the tax revenue.
Yeah.
We put money away every year in the water and sewer.
Mm-hmm.
Typically we move a little bit from our operating over to depreciation.
Mm-hmm.
And the depreciation basically is kind of our
New stuff.
savings account basically, so when we do wanna different things and repair stuff, that's what it's set for.
I mean, I would like to get to a point, at least, I mean, cause I think our breaking point is probably 3 years. Wouldn't you say?
Right now, we're averaging about 300,000 gallons a day out of that plant. But with that being said, the winter time's gonna probably change a little bit, because they're watering yards like crazy. And-
All these
and
new yards, yeah,
Both of them, there's water nonstop
yeah,
going.
all these new yards, yeah.
And, I mean, you can, these last 2 weeks of the dry, you can really tell the plant is running a good 12 to 14 hours a day out there, so.
Okay, so, I think
It's something we gotta get moving on.
I would like to have, start putting like enough to where we can at least, if we apply for a grant, we at least have 250,000 cash to put on it.
Mhm.
Because if it's a matching grant, there's no stomach for changing rates.
Right.
I mean, and, if we can have cash to put towards it, plus get a grant, hopefully get it paid for. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we need to start definitely thinking about that.
So anyway, I don't know how that works out into the budget, I don't know.
And this one, I don't think that's much of it, I think that's gonna be more when we start talking with the water and sewer one.
Okay,
That'd be something for all of us to sit down, okay,
Let's-
hey, we wanna try to take this and literally just, we gotta create a different fund inside
Yeah.
our funds.
yes.
To say, hey, we're gonna put 50,000 here every year for the next so many years, just literally for this purpose. It does nothing else but that.
If anything, so we can have a plan, like a 2 or 3 year plan, to where I can say, yes, I wanna apply and this is how much money we're gonna put towards it. Even though we don't have it now, we'll at least have it then, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
We're definitely gonna need a.
Clerk
need a water
treasurers
tower
don't like
worth
it
of
when you
way.
speculate.
I'm just trying to figure out how you do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Inside the water fund, we're able to do that, because we're not bound by this.
Yeah.
Inside of our water and sewer, we're able to,
But
Kinda
really,
still
just
in
the year,
our-
whatever we decide to do, we could just put that in there.
correct.
So we could save the money,
Mhm.
and then.
Yeah, but if we see, I guess the point would be, if we see it and we know we're sitting in there with it, and we're able to see that money in
Yeah.
that fund.
But to
we
make sure
know-
we remember what we're saving it for.
Yeah, we know that that's there always, hey, this is what we put in here,
Yeah.
make sure that number's always moving with whatever we got in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Cause we've done that before, we had extra money and,
moved
yeah,
it over.
emergencies came and we,
Because when we talked to the water, there's a couple things for the water and sewer budget, we go to that.
so, when we have do you wanna schedule a sit down with the 3 of us, like we're gonna do today? Or do you wanna just talk about everything now?
I'm gonna do it, if you guys wanna do it tomorrow or something. I'm gonna be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
I'm here tomorrow from noon, but I'm gone for a week, so.
Okay.
That was my other thing.
You're not allowed to go anywhere with the sunshine, I'm sorry. There's no beach, is there?
No, going to Vegas, my
Oh.
niece turns 21, so hopefully she's not watching, cause she doesn't know where we're going.
I don't think anybody's watching, so if it makes you feel any better. You're going for the rest of this week and next week?
I'll be back next Tuesday.
Okay.
My phone will be on me though, so call John for anything. But my phone's usually on me if I don't forget it somewhere.
You're off at noon tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gone for a week?
Yeah.
Is it something we can bump up till he gets back, or would you rather get it knocked out?
Well, the water and sewer one's not on a deadline.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, we should be fine.
We don't have to turn that one in anywhere to
Okay.
your what is it, the state?
No, the state's just stuff that we have on these papers.
That's what this
Okay.
is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna be turned into Gateway, right?
Because you will have to post it in there, I think, 10 days before
Okay.
the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that should be like next Friday or something.
As long as you up the equipment cost in here for the little Vector we discussed a while back. That's only 1/3 of it. And then
For the
little trailer.
hydrovac?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're under the,
I don't know where you have it, it could be equipment or whatever, I don't know. 'Cause it's only a small part of it, I would guess, but
we're gonna split it into 3.
I would say you split it into 3, yeah. Or even if you do 40-40-20, which is probably more realistic.
Where was the,
Almost right where you put the street sweeper out of.
yeah, where was that at?
I think it's nobody said street sweeper.
Under S for street sweeper.
So street sweeper loan, okay. Yeah, so I mean, that doesn't need to go on.
So we made the last payment this year, or it's gonna be next year?
No, I think I can.
You'll
go
be
by-
making it,
I think it's 25 is the last payment.
25 is the last payment,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
But it showed it went up, and it can pretty much stay the same, 'cause
That's good.
it doesn't change.
Cause I bet you one of those costs $500,000 now.
That's what that was, 300,000, I think, yeah.
That one was $250, I think.
Was it 250?
Yeah,
I know
'cause
it was.
we paid 5 years of $50,000 payments.
We had to look today, see when we got it, cause I was like, I think this is last year for it.
Yeah.
I definitely knew that because when I just got that binder out and looked because I was wondering when they were gonna send the invoice for it.
So, on the water tower, we need to take a serious look at, if we can put it where the current one is at. And
Behind it.
need to make sure we can do that before we start saying we'll put away money, and, I mean, we still gotta put away money, but
Yeah,
we gotta make sure we have, yeah.
yeah, directly behind.
Thinking about maybe having this one still operate and have the other one built next to it on the same property. And then, when that's done, we'll tear the other one down and just use the same property.
There's enough room there.
That's what we're talking
asking, yeah.
about. We wanna make sure before we have a plan, you know.
We own the whole thing, we actually own the whole ball diamond too, so everything behind that
Yeah.
water tower
Yeah.
is the city's.
Yeah.
So there should be plenty of room between that and that fence.
So how big a one is this one here?
There's 100 here.
That's 100, what are you gonna put up?
Well, that's all gonna depend on what we can come up with, cause realistically, you probably put about a 500,000 gallon one on,
The one out at the school is what, 250?
250.
Okay.
Just to be, the reason that is saying that you're growing, and now you have this tower, if we were to shut the water off for something in between here and the plant, this tower ain't gonna give you very long anymore. So you're gonna put a bigger one, so when this is full, and something happens in between there, this is shut off, you still have plenty of water sitting here for different purposes.
25 years ago, we were going through about 110,000 gallons a day,
Mhm.
and now we're up to 300,000 gallons a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Mhm.
And
It's
half
only
a
gonna get more.
million
Yes.
gallon water costs how much?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to guess what that's gonna cost. It's gonna be several million.
Yeah, you're gonna have a few million added up into that one.
Yeah, I remember my first day as mayor, it seemed like every project was $500,000. Now every project's $2 million.
Well, Harlem, I don't know, I thought Harlem was like 1.7 million or 2.7 million when they just built.
How big
Or
that
they're
one?
being built.
Which one?
I don't know.
1.5 to 3 is a huge difference.
Whatever the county just gave them to build it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The county paid for their tower, for the most part.
Coulda, woulda,
They
shoulda.
Pay for ours.
They
Yeah.
got a lift station.
They used their ARPA money.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't have anything else.
Nothing else on that discussion?
They've been cleaning up stuff all over. Now the mowing slowed down. They've been kinda trying to get stuff fixed and worked back on and do the little bitty things that were here and there, so.
Okay.
I do have the signs for no construction traffic. I finally got those. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put them back down there, 'cause there's no signposts, so.
I see, I don't know if it was your guys, but, I noticed on Center Street, the weeds are finally cut down around the sign.
Those are
and the-
guys, yeah. so
Okay,
I'm
thank
not-
you, appreciate that, thank you. Yeah, it was like a bush growing there.
Yeah.
So,
I try when I see him, and I don't always see him. I know we got one right on the road track, one little weed sticking up or little bush type thing. I try to get it when I see him, tell him about them. But,
yeah, appreciate that.
and we'll start flushing hydrants here. So I get with him. Probably starting next month, we'll start flushing hydrants. So.
Okay.
Yes, our gauge was bad. We had a problem.
Pardon me?
Our gauge had a problem.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
So,
So hopefully we get good readings this time.
yeah. I took it over to Grable to use it on one. Like, yeah, that's what happened. So we cleaned her all out and she went up like she was supposed to.
Can we start color coding again then too?
Yeah.
Once we get the good readings.
Yep, I started drawing lines out.
Hire somebody part-time when weather breaks and
No, start painting them, yeah.
paint them.
Yep, get a summer guy next year.
Okay, so you wanna paint them or do you wanna do reflective bands? City of Angola did reflective
Bands around them?
around it.
My question would be how long, they know how long they're lasting, is the
No.
weather tearing them up?
Do you know a guy from Angola or not?
I can find out who we can call. I'm sure I've talked to him before. To ask him.
Don't
so-
know, but it would be a lot less labor intensive. I mean, they need painted anyways,
Yeah, yeah,
but if you could just paint them yellow and then put the reflective band on it, it might save you some time, or if you
Yeah.
don't think it will,
I'll check it, yeah, it very well could. I mean, even if the last 2 years is better than, you're painting them every couple years anyway,
Mhm.
so.
cool.
No, and I have started drawing lines on the GIS finally too, so. That was very interesting to do first couple.
What now?
Our GIS allows us to draw lines, so like from point A to point B, like our water line is straight lines, you'll see where the water line's at in the road now.
Nice.
So as on our system, you'll start seeing the size of the mains, the lines coming in, what the water and the sewer sizes are and all that too, so,
Wow,
yeah.
that's great.
Sewer allows me, they both allow me to do flow direction, but water, I won't do it. Sewer, I'll have flow direction arrows, so you'll see which way the sewer's actually flowing. Just taking me time.
And another thing, I just need to make sure we get back with Landon, I can get back with Landon about how much sidewalk we wanna replace
Oh, yeah.
on Bull Rapids. I walked a little bit of it, looks like on the north side of the railroad tracks going up to Hickory there, that is pretty bad, seems like, anyway.
The one on the east side?
By the vet,
Yeah,
right there, it looks like it's getting
it's the one at
pretty
Blue
bad.
Park.
Yeah. So right there and, maybe somewhere up,
Right. Yeah, get with him, he's just gonna kind of do so many yards, and that way they would just do, if it's gonna do 2 blocks instead of the 9 blocks, they'll just do for 2 blocks and then patch in what we need.
Patch in, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have anything else for Ryan?
For right now.
What's this? Sorry, my computer.
They put turn lanes off on 101 to the new addition. You know,
I'm assuming they're going to eventually, but that's not being ran all the way out.
oh, they're not gonna hook that up yet.
That's gonna, they just put it in there, it's not gonna be, it's not going all the way out to the road,
Okay.
You mean not currently?
not currently. It will eventually, that's why eventually I think you have to put turn lanes in, but at this point in time, it's not being.
So I walked it today. They have the road all complete all the way from Ash all the way to 101. I walked it today, plus a couple of turnoffs with cul-de-sacs and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, they had to redo it all.
I'm sure the county will make, or the state will make them put decel lanes in right
Yeah.
there. What's this press gen water? Is that?
Did I send it to you?
Oh,
Those are those
It's-
financial management reports that we had Baker Tilly do.
oh, it's for the water department.
I think one's water, one's sewer, right?
One
Okay.
water, one sewer, yeah.
Okay,
They're the,
all right. That's what we're. Okay.
are they coming to talk that over at all?
They can if you guys, if everybody wants them to.
They're gonna charge us to have come talk?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
I'm
they would,
sure.
they charge for everything.
They'll probably charge us for the next meeting with the annexation discussion.
Can we, are we able to do them on a Zoom meeting or a call in or something?
I'm sure
It'd be
Yeah.
easier.
that would be the best way.
Yeah. Gonna be realistically, I mean, I can read them a little bit, but I still get confused on reading through those reports. I mean, cause a lot of that stuff I don't, it's there, but it's like, I don't, you know, tell me what's really going on.
Yeah, that's the.
I mean, it looked good, but,
Water sewer,
yeah.
FMRA.
We've done really good with keeping up with making the rates accurate to what we need to operate, and I think we've done a pretty good job over the last few years.
I think both of them said we are bringing in and are putting money away, and we are over what we're required to carry per our agreements with the IRS, the Indian Financing Authority, so with our loans, so.
All right. I don't have any. Do you have anything else for
I do not.
any other discussions? I don't have anything else for
I'm
the
trying to
board.
read these reports, you know.
I got one thing, since, we got some construction north of Raymer Drive, do we need to consider moving the city of Woodburn sign? Cause it's not as, it's kinda hidden now.
Oh, it is. It
Oh.
is.
So, yes.
It's a good problem though.
Yeah, it is a good problem, definitely. So, once we get through these 2 annexations this year, we can
Okay.
move it to the edge of the city limits.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think so. I think we'll just leave it there until we get the annexations done. But yeah, it's a good,
Will the edge of the city limits be in that guy's front yard?
say again?
Will the city limits be in that guy's front yard?
At
Or are
the
we gonna
corner?
go past?
With the second annexation, it should go all the way up to the corner of 101 and Mommy Center.
So, I guess be thinking where we're gonna put a sign at.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Maybe it's gonna be in that guy's front yard.
I wonder what Love's is
Yeah, you
doing
put
with their
something-
property.
That property right there, since
Yeah,
they tore that
I wonder
house
if they
down,
would, yeah,
probably put it right there,
so,
I mean, just, so,
yeah.
good thought. Okay.
Minutes.
Didn't we just, oh, gotta sign them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Passed them.
we should be thinking about a work session meeting too.
Yeah.
That gets stuff for 2025 and
Yes.
2026, what we want on our hit list.
Yep. Why don't we plan one, can I borrow one of your pens? Thank you. When you get back.
Yeah, even on Brad's side with, the expansion of the police department, all that, so we kinda got a 5-year plan in our heads, we keep moving that forward.
Yep, I agree with you.
Cause it's been a couple years since we've done it, I think.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn,
I'll second it.
or I'll move to adjourn and you second it. All those in favor?